What is up, folks, and welcome back to Myld Style. No, this is not another episode of me making lists. That's just to show you the update there. What I have today is going to show you some of the wiring stuff. That was the factory fuse and relay box, and also the factory alternator cable out of the 99 Land Cruiser, the donor vehicle. That's the donor computer out of the 99 Land Cruiser. This is the glove box out of the 94 with the false panel that I'll explain later. And what do we have next? We have the comparison between my fuse and relay panel versus the one that the 99 came with. I don't need one that big, so I make a much smaller one out of universal parts. So along with that, in the glove box, now we can look inside the vehicle. So this is inside the 94 Land Cruiser. You can see the glove box is removed, as you just saw. And we are working the wires and things through the hole. First, we're actually going to test fit the glove box and the ECU, because I always forget which order all this stuff goes in. So this is the V8 ECU, which is slightly larger, but I was able to make room in the same place that the 6-cylinder ECU goes. So that helped a lot. These two connectors here are pretty important. These are the two main connectors from the 99 dash to the 94 dash to the 94 engine ECU. Those all have to connect to these things in the bag here that I'm showing. We'll get back to these in a second. But those are all the main connectors that go with the engine harness and everything that comes off the transmission. Now, to make all that stuff connect, this is what I made. This is, that's what it is. That's my integration solution. So this is what will allow me to plug the 99 computer into the 94 vehicle without having to cut any wires on the 94 vehicle. And that was the plan of this all along. This also is to make sure that the gauges and things on the 94 vehicle work as factory. So there are a few ways to do this. You can do this using an aftermarket computer. Hello, Haltech. We'll talk soon. But this is the way that you would do it if you wanted to use a factory computer, which just makes it easier in a lot of ways. It does complicate things in a lot of ways, depending on what factory options you plan to keep. So here you see all the wires that were in the bag all coming through the dash now. There's a little, like a 3-inch hole there that those all have to go through. So now that we have all those through, we are going to get my harness that I made, and just to backtrack, that monstrosity that I'm plugging in there, I've been working on for probably 2 or 3 months at home. So aside from the timing belt on, before I started making the videos again. So now, as I'm getting the order back together, I am mounting the ECU up in its factory position. And then I'm plugging my harness into the probably 9 or so connections that have to be met between the two vehicles. So yes, I did go and cut the other sides of the needed, everything that was on the 94 engine on the other side of that harness I got, so I had the other side of the plugs. So now we are fitting the glove box back in, and we are realizing that the glove box is a tight squeeze. That is the OBD connector, so that you can plug in an OBD2 scanner to it. This is a 94 vehicle, so it was made before OBD connectors were standardized. So now you see me trying to fit and double fit the 10 pounds into a 5-pound bag, as we all like to say. So have fun watching me fit the glove box in. Okay, folks, welcome back. I know it seems like not a lot happened, but this is a part of the process. It just takes this long to actually make a glove box open and close properly. So I do appreciate you sticking along for this amount of time. We had a couple of big announcements this week after a really positive meeting with the owner of this Land Cruiser, and we'll have some more things to announce next week. Here's a final shot of this glove box, and thank you again for watching.